morning, afternoon, Oklahoma Sports Network. We are here live at SNU for some rugby matchup. And right now, like we're having a senior celebration going on for tonight's rugby match between the University of North Texas and SNU. If you missed the action this week, we had a lot of high school football going on throughout Oklahoma Sports Network. A lot of big games and matchup and a lot of big coverage this game. And like we have a lot of more games next week, we start the series of playoffs football. So it's pretty exciting on Oklahoma Sports Network. A lot of good teams here. We have the defending state champions, Carl Lambert High School, who will be hosting the game next week. And then we also have the state runner-up, Dale City High School, who will be hosting a game next week. Two good programs on the Sports Network. A lot more teams. We got Lawton MacArthur, Lawton Wolverines. We also have Midwest City Bombers. We have Newcastle all attending. But now we're going to get into the celebration of the seniors here at SNU for rugby. Oh man, it's nice what they do. Got the framed up jersey. Man, you can put that on your wall. Pretty cool. It's a big one, getting married. Morals is on point. Hey, big round of applause. Yeah. Just a wonderful thing what SNU do for their players. Just seeing the framed jerseys and everything framed up and the smiles on these senior faces, knowing they're going to graduate and start their careers is pretty exciting. Aww. Oh, that's so cool. I always see these on YouTube and TikTok, and that was pretty cool to see in person. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah. I love how they do the Bible verses too as well. Look at the hoods, man. You can tell this team is a big family. Congratulations, seniors. in case you guys missed it, he was adopted his own award to be the Chris Courage Award. Okay, Oklahoma Sports Network. We're gonna go to a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we'll have the starting time for our first ever game of the Saturday night for rugby. It's SNU between University of North Texas. You're watching the rugby, SNU rugby on Oklahoma Sports Network.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
joined the booth with
Trey Griffin.
Trey Griffin, the one you guys requested a lot by most to be back here commentating. And no, Trey, we had the whole senior presentation, and that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. And what year are you going to? Or you already graduated?
I'm still in school.
Okay.
My eligibility ran out, but I'm still here helping out as much as I can. I got a couple more semesters left, and I'm working through it. I'm almost there.
That's nice. So that means you'll be there one time. So we get to see you on there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so I want to ask you about the player you had there, Her War. I want you to tell me about that. He seems like a pretty cool guy. A lot of people clap for him, hug him. So
so that's Tavita Chris. We're about to kick off right there. It's gonna be high. A little bit of wind coming into that. Nice tackle by SNU. But yeah, that's Tavita Crisp. Unfortunately, around 7th season last year, Tavita suffered a pretty life-changing injury. He had a pretty severe leg injury that caused him to stay in the hospital for quite a bit of time and had to go through intensive surgeries. But his courage and grinding it out and coming back and just be able to walk in is crazy. I was on the pitch with him whenever it happened, and he fought right through it. I was the first one there, and the similar injury happened to me. I broke my leg 2 years ago, almost around October time, and he was the first one to come to me and said, "Hey, everything's gonna be okay." And then whenever it happened to him, I was the first one to him. "Hey, everything's gonna be okay on the pitch," and he came back, and his journey isn't over. He's still fighting it out. So it's pretty cool to see. We adopted the Courage Award for this new award we got going. Senior right here, SNU just won a line out. A little bit of a wind going. It's going to be a pretty chilly game, too.
I can feel the wind going. Pretty big crowd here, too. You think we at the SNU football game, game mixed together?
It's senior night homecoming now, too. So.
Oh, it's homecoming.
Yeah, it's homecoming. So we have, I think, Bailey Gilliland is our homecoming nominee. I'm not sure whenever they'll be announcing those, but she's representing the SNU rugby for that too, so that's pretty exciting.
Well, there you go, Oklahoma Sports Nerd. You're looking for something to do. You come out. You can still make it to the SNU rugby game. It's just now started, so you can get here. Then you got the homecoming festivities going on.
Football game, I believe, tonight. I'm not sure what time, but I think that's the last game they got going for the homecoming too as well. So we got to scrum down. Pull up the roster list right here real quick. 1 second.
University of North Texas.
North Texas, yes.
So will this game determine any type of game, bowl games or anything like that?
Possibility. I'm not really too sure UNT's record. However, SNU is coming off of a pretty tough battle against Sam Houston.
Yeah, I see that.
They played the bowl game 2 years ago. That's whenever I had my injury. However, come off a 4-0 bowl game last year, and just it's really about we're ranked now. We're ranked top 20, so that's really awesome. We've been ranked top 20 the last couple games, so it's like a bit of a messy ball. That ball is pretty slick out there. I was just on the pitch, and it's the pitch is really squishy. Got kicked out the back of it. SNU putting a lot of pressure on him, so it's going to be a scrum to SNU around the 5.
So that so when it was against Sam Houston, that was the bowl game, wasn't it?
Not the last one, but 2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years ago was the bowl game and all that stuff too. So and then we played him again last year at home. So it was a tough battle again too. That one was so.
Oh yeah, because that game determined who went to the bowl.
Yeah, we still able to. They went to the Lone Star Bowl, and then SU we got invited to the Rhino Bowl too as well. So on top of that, just because the put of effort that we got into that and the amount of teams that we beat that were ranked and all of that stuff too. So yeah. So this one right here is gonna be the last home game for the Union. Big win right there for SNU. Elijah gets that off of that try. We got a try within the first, I believe, 3 minutes of the match right there for the SNU Storm, right in the middle too. So Elijah.
Perfect. So this type of win, will you like to kick from the middle or just kick against the win?
You want to try to get as middle as you can with these kicks too, when these tries, because that wind with a rugby ball, it's a little bit different than a football. A rugby ball has got more air in it too, so it's going to want to float. It's going to travel with the wind, opposed to a football that can cut through the air. With these types of kicks, get it as middle as you can, so the kick is a lot easier too. So. We got Elijah, we got 5-0. Thomas on the kick, and it is good. Starting off, SNU strong with the pressure that they had. A little bit of a messy ball out there, but SNU was able to scoop it up, win that try, or win the scrum, and get that try right in the middle. We got Elijah on the try, and Thomas right there for the extra point. Puts SNU up 7-0 within the first 3 minutes in the match. I'm just going to start my time right now because I forgot to do that. So we'll just start for the time and then go from about 3 minutes in, I believe. It's windy out here a little bit, so if it picks up the mic, I'm sorry if the folks at home are listening, but it should draw it out a little bit.
That's what I'm doing now, guys. Checking in with the audio, making sure we get that going. And
deep kick out the back of the try. He's going to dot it down. So with that win.
Hey Trey, I forgot to ask. I missed the kick. Did he make the kick or
he did make the kick? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Out there. Oh, yes, sir.
Oh no, you.
Out there as our referee for today, we have Nina. I think that's how we pronounce it, but she's a longtime referee right here, also former USA 7s, 15s, and 7s pro too.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's pretty neat. Out from Tulsa, Oklahoma area.
So we got a lot of famous faces on the ground right now.
So what you guys just saw right there would be a 22 drop since the kick was in the try, dotted down. So it's a drop right there from the 22. It doesn't have to go any distance. You just have to travel from behind the 22, drop kick out. Looks like we got a penalty. I'm not sure the penalty on that, but UNT's going to try to do a tap and go to a pod. With this wind coming into it, I think we're going to see a lot of deep balls going from left to right, but not really much going right to left just because of the containment of the ball. That ball is going to be pretty slick because I was on the pitch not too long ago. We did the senior presentations and the awards and all that stuff too. So, but it's squishy. I was stepping and I was like almost I was slick. I was like about to trip over. So, UNT's going to go quick out there. Good pressure right there. Sam's got that ball. Good tackle. Stolen. Oh, not stolen, but pressure moving that UNT team back. A little bit of fake action. Home forward right there. We got the knock-on advantage for SNU. They're gonna go a little bit slower just to contain that ball out right there to the short side and to Jordan. Jordan Glipsy out there. Got some numbers on him right there. Good push out. Big run right there for Jordan. Good job keeping that ball contained inside. Dayton's going to look for the space. Go pressure right there. Angus right there for that big one. He's going to go back to the knock-on, I believe, right there, just because there was no... Or Sir saw something too as well. Maybe like a forward pass. That could possibly go back to that original knock-on.
Yeah, that's what me and one of the side judges was talking about earlier about since it was raining so much, we thought this field was going to be all muddy and ugly, and it's actually turned out pretty good.
Coach he keeps this pitch like it is his life depends on it. He keeps it clean. He's out here mowing, and we have some other people out here laying fertilizer, and so it is squishy, but I mean, Coach she makes sure those grass roots are really deep in there too, so nothing's gonna get all messed up. At the end of the day, I think it might turn over a little bit, but I think the side Sir saw something more outrageous than the knock-on thing too, so there's gonna be a penalty to UNT. I'm not sure. They had the knock-on advantage, but I'm not sure if there was something else too on top of that. Maybe I think a tackle after the play that's going to call, so UNT's going to like to go for a line out, straight kick out too. Yeah, you can see by the UNT players, it is muddy. Yeah, he's wearing white. Should have wore black, but just some dry cleaning out there. So it's going to be UNT's line out. I'd like to walk into this right there. SNU's got to match the numbers. This wind's going to play effect with the lineouts too, so it's going to go up in the air and it's going to travel. Let's see what happens. Won by UNT. Straight. Sir says it's okay. Ball flying forward a little bit too. Kicked out of there by one of the UNT players too. Scooped up by an SNU. Stolen back. So good driving legs right there. Waiting for the support on the SNU player. Dade's going to see the space right there. Like to go a little bit quick out to Elijah. Elijah's going to take it down the middle. Big hit right there. Driving feet. Good support there for the SNU team. I think they're just going to go a little bit more slower because, like I said, that ball is going to get slick. They're going to try to find the space right there. Quick ball out. Messi just bobbled up a little bit. Knock on SNU. Yeah.
I thought number 6 was going
to a little after play action right there. I don't think he playing to the whistle and then after, but SNU is applying good pressure right there, but like I said, that ball is going to be pretty slick, so it's going to be. I have a feeling. How's it going, man? I have a feeling it's going to be.
You're the famous guy right here.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty well known. That's Garrett. He played with us a little bit too a couple years ago. Solid play right there. He ended his out with the Rhino Bowl game too. Had an outstanding game. Man. So good to see him back out in the pitch. We got Leslie right here getting one of the awards, holding on to the Davida Crisp Courage Award right there. Good scrum by UNT, driving legs right there. It's going to be a quick pull out, but nice tackle out there for Creed, getting his shoulder on someone right there.
Oh.
He's going to call not releasing or not rolling away. He just got stuck up in there too. Still good pressure out there from Creed to get off of that scrum and get him tackled. So. UNT player down right there. He's going to like to go for a line out. We might call time off for that too, so I'm going to stop my watch. Actually, I might continue it up to 3 minutes too, because I was late a little bit, so I'll stop it at 58 or 8 minutes.
Yeah, just seeing during that senior night, how not senior night, senior celebration, how you guys was all like hugged up and families just talking to each other. You can just tell it's kind of like family oriented here. Like everyone's kind of like a big family.
And even it's like a melting pot. We have family groups inside of family groups. Like especially like Coach G set one up. So I'm in a family group, and that family group is in a family group, and we're all a big one. We have like cousin groups, like so. That's how it is with rugby too. You know, especially just the people, the fans, and all that stuff, interacting with everyone too. Oh, waiting to see if this UNT player's got a little torn up too. Maybe just a stinger because the ground is slick. So just play it safe. But yeah, it is a pretty packed game out there.
Oh yeah,
it's like one of the
biggest
crowd we got so far. I mean, the last one we had last home game, it was fairly big too. So it was Lindenwood. We had a lot of Lindenwood players that were from Oklahoma too.
I noticed that.
Yeah, so not too sure of the roster, but some of these are some familiar faces from what we played and whenever I was playing. So I believe this is UNT's second time coming out here, if I'm not wrong, or I think we traveled out to UNT too one time. So.
Oh yeah, University of North Texas. Mean
Green. They got some solid players out there too. A lot of hard running men. It's gonna be UNT's line out, just outside the 22-meter line. It's gonna go short line out too, right there. Good pressure on that from Jordan.
This SNU team is bringing it.
Yes, sir. A little bit of a messy ball right there, and got a knock on that. Coming from the side right there, tough break from SNU with the pressures. That wind is picking up as the day goes on. I read the forecast and it said 60 degrees, and I was like, I don't need a hoodie, and then now I'm kind of regretting it. So
that wind is getting it.
Yeah,
it's nothing better than the Oklahoma wind.
No, I mean you never know. I can never trust the actual weather radar to tell me what the temperature is. So. At least it's pretty sunny out right now too, so that's pretty good. So heating it up a little bit. UNT driving down the field, getting these penalties. It's gonna be an effect for SNU. They traveled about 50 meters just on penalties alone and lineouts. So let's see what UNT's got in hand, and see if SNU can't keep putting the pressure on too. So. More pressure SNU puts on this UNT squad, it's going to cause them to make some mistakes and play fast. So good take from UNT. A little bit of a messy ball. Big pressure there from SNU squad right there. It's going to be a low ball scooped up from UNT. Stolen right there. Out for that. He has spinning his space. He's got the support player. Passes out there to Pito. Pito go out there. Good tackle. Good track down from the UNT player. Quick ball out from Dayton Bradford to Elijah. Elijah's got the big driving legs. They're going to contain it, go a little bit slower, get a little bit more organized. Corner kick out there too at that. It's going to be just out. Smart play, but I think we have a high tackle call over there too, so SNU's going to get a pretty big break on that. Good steal out there from the SNU squad.
So when they kick it off, is this just kind of like for field positioning of like where they can toss it in, or is it just a situation?
So for that one, I think Thomas saw a little bit of space on the edge. He was trying to get it out to Jaden, on the wing, and maybe he can scoop it up. So because that's like the only reason that you can get the ball forward without losing possession.
Okay.
So like you can't pass it forward. However, you can kick it forward and still chase it down. You have to be behind the kicker to be on sides, and you have to pass them, or the kicker or someone that's behind the kicker has to pass in front of you for you to be considered onside. So if you run down the field and there's someone behind you, they kick it to you, you're offsides, and it's a penalty. So
Man, you got a lot of knowledge in this, man.
I played a little bit. I played high school. Coach Gilliland, he was my high school coach, and I had no plans out to play, even rugby in general, but no plans playing college on top of that. So it's gonna be SNU's line out 1, be contained up right there too. Yeah, I mean, and it's also like I took a couple of the coaching courses too. I took a couple of the referee courses. So
you can take any route with that. Referee, coaching, broadcaster.
I'm a broadcaster too on top of that. So I have fun broadcasting. This is probably one of the best parts of that. Grubber kick out there. That's what I was talking about. Good placement right there. Jose got it up, scooped up. Try SNU. Beautiful play on that. Can we get a replay of that if that's possible? That was awesome. Oh man, that would be a replay. That's what they were trying to do that first time. Thomas saw the space on there. Beautifully kicked position for Thomas. Jose saw that. Got that scooped up. Dots it down for that try. I think that was the try of the year. I believe so.
Oh, that was nice.
I think that might have been the try of the year for that squad. Yeah.
Just seeing the whole setup into it, like you just explained the whole setup and then it happened.
And then it happened. Yeah, I think because that's what he was trying to do. But I think Thomas saw that it's not going to really work in the air because that wind. So he kept it low, kept it dragging. That ball is going to slide on top of that too. Perfectly placed. We got a kick eluded for that too, so we're waiting on that. For the time being, SNU is going to be 12, UNT 0. Corner kick left to right. The wind with them too, so let's see if you can play with that. Just to the left. The wind died down as soon as he made contact with it, but SNU up still, right there. Beautifully placed try, I believe, who plays kick from Thomas. Got it down to the edge of Jose. Jose scooped that up and dotted it down, so puts SNU up 12-0. I got the time since that stoppage right there. I have 12 minutes on my clock. I'm not too sure if that's accurate because I was a little bit late. I believe about 3 minutes, so we might be under, might be over. I'm just gonna. It's pretty off it. We're gonna go off
so
it.
So far, I got 12-0.
12-0, yes.
I got 12-0.
Yeah, that was some good pressure right there. UNT was dragging down the field, and SNU applied that low kick right there. Just slipped through the hands, still scooped up. Just going to contain it. Going to play a little bit of slow game too. So you can see that space right there. Utah, one player gets a little bit of shoulder on him, driving feet for the SNU team. Good time to be that space right there. Going to get it out to the edge. Shama's going to kick for space right there. Since we were contained back, we don't want to play a messy ball and then have something like that happen. A little bit of slip and slide action right there for the SNU player. Good ball out right there. Good pressure with the SNU squad to get him out of bounds. A lot of slipping and sliding, right there. As you can see, it's like playing baseball trying to slide into second base. We got SNU's line out just outside 40 meter. It's going to be Angus in the put right there. He's all the way from Australia. Angus right there, our hooker. Yep. Good ball right there. Just going to play a little bit of slow game. Elijah's got some pressure on him right there. Good shoulder on him. Good job with that UNT squad.
They still can get him down.
We need right there people out the ruck. Cleared him out. UNT player's not rolling away right there. Let's see if the sir's going to call anything like that. Yep. Good pressure right there. Good space for Jordan Gillespie. Jordan Gillespie got the number on him. He has edges. Good track down by the UNT squad. But right there, he's going to pop it up. See if we got that support squad out there. Ball's out. Got to the edge right there.
Yeah, I got to show you some replay on that one. That was pretty nice.
He just scooped it out. Got the edge on that. Sir's going to call a penalty. I believe maybe diving over the ruck for that
Yeah, the way he just broke into that, like he just went right up the middle.
He saw the space right there. He just didn't have the support player he needed for that ruck, so that was what caused that late ruck diving over. But he still got that space. He's a first-time player first year. He played a little bit last year. However, he did get a little injured. Ball, heads. Watch, it's coming our way. Right away. Good save right there.
I did not see that.
Yeah, that save right there was from Tavita's mom, Tavita Chris' mom from the Courage Award too. So Tavita still got that good save. We're gonna have UNT's line out. I think that deserves the Tavita Chris Courage Award right there.
Oh yeah, there it goes right there.
We got UNT's line out. Late ball in that too. So he's going to call not down the tunnel. Those line out throws have to go down the tunnel, and that tunnel is created by about, I would say, an elbow's length apart if you're walking out there. So it has to travel through that, and if not, the SNU squad has alluded to do a scrum. They could also do another line out. They have the option too. So. Dayton Bradford at 9. Yeah, like I said, Jordan, he was the first-year player, the one who had that big track down run, too, got injured, came back, too, and then has made a huge difference on this SNU squad. His knowledge of the game, too, has extended out well beyond. He was a football player, so good balls for SNU. Oh, just unlucky right there, slipping and sliding with that. That ball's going to come out just because of that.
Yeah, that shows how talented you guys are, because you guys went through a lot of injury, but you guys came back.
We're still prevail too, and for the very first year, having only 15 people on the squad, we played sevens, and then the next year we added a few more people too, a few more non rugby players, maybe from football or from other sports, or maybe even just people that were walking around. I grabbed Alex. He's not out there. He's even an injury, but I grabbed him off of the baseball squad too. So I mean, I was like, you look fast, and he's like, I run pretty fast. And I was like, come play rugby, and he did, and he's been a big impact on it too. So
and now you got a recruiter on your team
too.
Yeah.
But no, it's crazy the amount of talent that comes. Just people. I mean, rugby is for everyone. It doesn't matter your body type. It doesn't matter who you are, your athletic abilities, or anything like that. Rugby is a game for anyone and everyone. It's not just about how athletic you are. It's about just your smarts and your decision makings too. So look to be a penalty for SNU or for UNT. They're going to look to go a line out. I think it was not releasing or I think that was the call. So whenever you get tackled, you have to present the ball out to the team, or you have to let go of it too. So if you hold on to it and there's no one there to ruck over and seal that ball, then the opposing team, UNT, can try to get it out, and if you don't give it to them too, it's a penalty, and it's back 10, or you go for a line-out kick. So it's going to be won by the SNU squad, but knocked forward again. Actually, no, SNU seemed to be scooped that up too. Good win right there from Sam. Sam has been dominant on line-outs too, both offensively and defensively. SNU squad, I think it's going to like to go a little bit more slower too. We have a maul going right there. Picked out right there from Batman. Okay. Batman's got some space. That's his nickname. So Tavion, that's his name, real name, but we call him Batman. At least that's what I called him. Another one out there from Thomas. Thomas, just unlucky right there. So it's going to be picked up. Kicked away. That ball, like I said, I think is a little bit slick, so it's hard to contain that.
Oh, yeah.
Unlucky right there. Just don't think the SNU player was ready for that ball to come out, but it's all good.
Yeah, going back to what you said earlier, Trey, you said rugby's for everyone. So, hey, coach, you want to put me on the team here?
Hey, and there's there's club level sports too. We have stuff like Tribe and Crusaders too. So and there's also we have a professional touch rugby, like that's also a thing too. So if you're not one to do any tackling or not like that, touch rugby is actually pretty big too. There's professional, and they had a whole tournament out in Vegas one time too for just touch rugby alone.
Wow.
And it was a pretty big deal.
So I can imagine you probably got an Olympic team.
The USA Rugby Olympics team is pretty solid. The women's team actually made a pretty big impact, placing third for that. USA squad. For the first time in history, the USA women's rugby team placed in the Olympics too. So,
Oh wow.
yeah, it was pretty exciting. And just for that too alone, a lot of people, it grew the sport. A lot of people said, I didn't even watch rugby growing up. I had no clue what it was, but I wanted to watch them because they were so dominant too. So,
Yeah, it's becoming pretty big. Like me myself, I currently attend Rose State College. And,
Yeah.
there's a lot of people out there that's trying to do a pretension where they can get a sport there and they want to get rugby,
Oh,
start
yeah.
a rugby club.
I mean, honestly, that would be one of the best things too. Just, I mean, you don't even really have to have a coach for something like that. You can be a club level sport, but still play at a collegiate level too. Good put right there for Angus. Good win by Cree. That was a beautiful line out. Back to tip ball to Camacho. But yeah, that would be awesome, and to have another team out there, even just at a club level. What division is Rose State? Do you know?
Right now they're like a community
Let's see,
college.
you got
so
that big run out there. It's got the support right there for Tavion. But yeah, there is there's a small college level rugby, and it's nonetheless still competitive throughout the board. It doesn't
Oh, yeah.
matter that, because our very first year, whenever we played the sevens tournament. Even though we're a D-Rome program at the time, since we were so new, we played at a small college level, and they were just as good, if not better than us too at the time, just because they don't really have that many sports, so a lot of people
Yeah.
play rugby and stuff like
it's
that.
pretty cool. 'Cause, Rose State's like typically like a 2-year community college.
Yeah.
A lot of student there who wants to play rugby mentioned, I may want to go to SNU because I want to play rugby. And so a lot of them usually transfer out of
Yep.
Rose State just to come to SNU to do some rugby.
Yeah,
So it's pretty
that's
cool.
And even with that too, you have teams like Iowa Central Community
yeah.
College. But even though they're a community college, they play, since they've been around for so long, are at a premier D1 level too.
Yeah.
And they're dominant, and they've been playing. I think they placed second place in the sevens tournament last year, I believe. Played against Kusound and all that stuff too. And then you have other teams like Principia too, also a small college school that had to play up just because of the level of talent that they had. And then they ended up winning one of the ones against, I think they placed second against Kusound too. So
Yeah, that's the. We got something going.
yeah, we're gonna have a knock-on advantage right there for the SNU squad. Slow ball out to Elijah. Elijah's got some space, slip and slide. And this is definitely is a slow ball game.
Oh,
But
yeah.
we're gonna play a little bit of quick ball right there. Tips inside to Sam. Sam's got the big shoulder. UNT's, I'm not gonna lie, got some hitters on them,
Oh, yeah.
too. So, and it's back and forth and in favor of SNU to have that. I think they're gonna call the more outrageous penalty opposed to that knock-on advantage. So, I believe it was. We're gonna look to go to points. I think we're just gonna try to slow her down, catch her ahead, and Thomas right now is gonna maybe get some points on the board. Get everyone's breath. So it's like in football, whenever you're on fourth down and you're right there and you think you can hit a field goal.
Yeah.
Same thing. If you have a penalty, you're in the area, you can go for the extra points. It's a live ball, however. So if Thomas misses it and it still stays inside the field of play, it is live, and even your offensive team can scoop it up and maybe potentially score a try off of it too.
So would this be worth? If he makes it, would it be worth like a 2
It,
pointer?
three points. Same
just
thing.
Like football.
Yeah, just like football. So yeah, I still got SNU up to 12 right there. So it's gonna be a kick. Good boot right there for that. Just outside to the left though, I believe. So it's no good, but it's gonna be a 22 kick out there for the UNT squad, just like it was at the beginning. It's that it doesn't have to cross any distance. It just has to be at the 22. You can even be right on the 22 and kick it like an inch and it to be okay. It just has to be at the 22 or behind it and go from there. It's like a reset kickoff. UNT's going to kick a little bit of a short ball too. I'm not sure if that was touched by the SNU player. Might have bounced right over, but we'll see what the call is there. It looks to bounce off that SNU player, so it's going to be UNT's line out just outside. A lot of line outs, a lot of scrum downs. I expected to see that today just because of the conditions of it. That ball is going to stay pretty wet 'cause it's like rubbery. It's not that leather. It's not going to soak up that rain or anything like that. It's like a rubbery feel, so it's going to stay on there. It's going to create like a film that's super slick. And if the ball is an older ball too on top of that, which I think they're playing with the newer one, but that ball is almost impossible to catch. So good pressure again from Sam on the defensive line out right there to win that for SNU. That's 2 defensive line outs Sam has won back to back. Sam has been a dominant here player for the past couple years too. Gonna kick for some space too. High ball out. Let's see what happens. Gonna be in the sun. Knocked backwards again. I think it's gonna maybe have that. Nope, scooped up right there from that SNU player. Good thing the wind got the edge out there. Jose's got some space right there. Beans off one player right there. Just gonna get stuffed up by some other people. Gonna call a maul right there. That's what that is. That ball's gonna come out right there. A little bit of a messiness going. Get the SNU player squad on that. That's fine, obviously. Good containment right there from Tavion, just to scoop that ball out and save it for the SNU players. A little pick and go right there. I'll play a little bit more slow. I think we're going to try to maybe kick for space again. I'll tell Elijah. Elijah's got some strong legs. But these UNT players are putting the shoulder down, getting these SNU players down, and putting the pressure on. That's going to cause that messy ball. I think right now we're going to go a little bit more slower again because we're going to try to elude it from being really messy on the ground all the time. Because slow ball out right there. Dayton sees some space right there. Pox kicks it out right there. Gets a kick. Gets a beautiful bounce. Scooped up back by Dayton and Bradford. Get the space right there. A little pick and go action. We have a call right here for a knock on, unfortunately, for the SNU squad. It's going to be a scrum down UNT.
Yeah, it's like what you were saying earlier about, like, it's pretty cool because just listen to it, you can tell that it's about a sports because, you know, with this being rugby, SNU is ranked in top 20. Were you telling me your top 20?
Top 20. The women's team actually just defended their Lone Star Championship for the third time in a row in 4 years of program. Third time in a row. That's one of our former players, Cameron Seal. So, but yeah, 3 times in a row, 4-time program, defending a Lone Star Championship too. On top of that too, so they get invited to the playoffs. They're ranked top 3, I believe. So the women's team out here just dominant, beating teams, you know, by triple digits. Crazy sounds. UNT got some space right there, got some edge. He's going to see that space right there, get it down the middle, he's going to bounce off one of the other things right there. That's enough of the try. Hard run from the UNT squad. Good pressure by that SNU squad, but unfortunate. UNT's got that run, got the space that they needed in the middle.
Yeah, just look at that instant replay. He turned the Jets on once
he
got to
turned the
that
Jets
middle.
on.
Yeah.
That was a tough run, especially on a slick field like this, just to be able to kick it into that second gear and get the feet moving like that. That was pretty impressive, and took a pretty big bounce. That's why we have the pads on the goalpost, because I mean those things are in the field of play. They're right in the front. So I've ran into a couple of those here and there. So just not even having the ball, I didn't even notice that they were there, and I'm taking a shot. And even with the pad, it doesn't feel too good. So that was a good track down by the SNU squad. It just slipped right through. So.
Oh no! I think I have a strong feeling that SNU might pick a hole and take it up the middle.
I think so. Maybe off this reset too. So, with as dominant that SNU's been with the ball too, that's going to wear that UNT defense out because they're a strong hitter, but you can only hit so many times before you start feeling fatigued and then create a scoring opportunity right up the middle too. We've had a couple strong runs too. So, UNT's going to kick that right there. It's going to be good. It's going to put SNU to 12, UNT 7. Going into a reset. We still have, I believe, about 10 minutes left in the half, so plenty of rugby here to play too.
Okay, sorry.
It's going to be like in rugby. It is you kick to them too. However, it's like an onside kick every time. So SNU is going to kick off opposed to the other team kicking. Like in football, you would see the scoring team kicking. In rugby, you see the scoring team getting kicked too. So. Just has to travel 10 meters like an onside kick. Beautiful kick right there. It's going to be knocked forward right there. We got the knock-on advantage for SNU. SNU's going to get that ball off the reset too. Going to play a little bit of slow ball around to Camacho. Camacho sees some space right there. Tries to get the middle down. Good track to the UNT player. Got another pick and go by Joe. Joe's going to have some support right there too. Dayton Bradford's going to go to the short side right there. Tip out to Sam. Sam's going to get stuffed right there by the UNT players still, but good ball's still in play, so. Big fake right there from Dayton Bradford. Saw the space. Good track for that. UNT did not bite on that as much as they can. got some fans right there, so it's kind of hard to see, but we got a little bit of messiness going. It's going to be not releasing right there for the SNU squad. It's going to be UNT's penalties. So heads up, everyone, right there. If we're going to have a line out, the ball might come our way. UNT's probably going to like to go for a line out right here. And it stays inside. Pito's going to get that track down. We got a lot of space right there. Thomas is going to see it to the edge. Ian's going to see that one more pass out to Hunter. Hunter's going to get a good containment on that. Exceptional player right there. Got some space. Has a player to be to beat. Good, strong run right there for the SNU squad to see that space. Another pick and go right there. Going to get tracked down. Still got the support. Might play that penalty for not rolling away on that. So SNU's going to like to go quick right there, get a tap out right there to, I believe that is, I'm not sure who that is. It's hard to see the players right there. Another pick and go right there. We got it right on the edge. They're inching out. The ball is going to be a little bit messy. Unfortunate right there for the SNU, but however, it's going to come back our way. Might play the knock on right there. No advantage on that. So it's going to be, I believe, SNU's. I think they saw the knock on for the UNT first. He's going to talk to the line judge and just see and kind of get more clarification of who that knock on was. They might have called the SNU knock on first, but we'll see how that goes. The wind is calming down just a little bit. It's getting a little bit more warmer out here, so that's good. The sun is getting a little bit more up in the air, so
that'd be pretty cool to have some microphones on the side.
Oh, yeah, maybe on the yeah. Well, if you watch like even like Friday night, like for National Legion, they have Friday night rugbies too. So they do the microphones and stuff like that too, and it's really cool to see. And even just communicating it back to us too, you can hear it and maybe even ask them a question as well. So like, it's gonna be UNT's scrum down though. Big pressure there for the SNU squad. Just gonna try to kick for some space on that end right there. It's gonna be a messy ball scooped up by that UNT player. Going to be out on that, I believe, off of the UNT player. SNU's line out. Big break right there for the SNU squad. That ball being on a slick down like this, it's going to be unpredictable. It's either going to bounce or it's going to stay on the ground and slide around. And
I can see the UT player trying to catch that.
Yeah, he tried to catch it out with that too. So, I mean, if he had the space, he only had the one man to beat on the edge, the wing. But Jaden's pretty fast, so I think he would have caught him. We got Jack and Jaden right there for twins. I coached them in middle school, too. I think it's crazy. It went full circle. I coached Jack and Jaden, Coach G's nephews, and then now they're playing with me, too. So that's one thing that's crazy about, rugby is, like, you have a team that you were playing with in middle school, and then now I'm out here, I'm playing with them, and like, they're my teammate. And they were always beasts whenever they were in middle school, too. So we won the championship middle school for Oklahoma. Just want to put that out there. Good containment right there for Sam. Sam's got the edge right there. One man to beat on that. Gets a step on there. Good pop out for the UNT player to see that. Pick and go going fast on that right there. Maybe they're going to slow it down. They're going to see that right there. Going to get it to the forwards. Elijah got a feign off 1-2 people right there. Get a pop off down to Dayton Bradford. Dayton Bradford's going to get stuffed again right there for that UNT squad. Lifting up in the squad, push him a little bit more forward right there, try to get that ball out. It's going to be messed out right there. Is that Camacho, I believe, on that? We're inching away right there. Another pick and go. It's going to be a forwards game whenever you get into this territory. A lot of pick and goes, a lot of slower ball. Try not to not give up a scoring opportunity right there. Since you're right there, you just don't want to do anything that's going to jeopardize that. So I'm not sure the call on that right there. I think not releasing on that, so it's going to be UNT's penalty, man. That's what's going to be the SNU's downfall on that. If they just keep giving up these penalties, it's just not going to be good for that SNU squad. And UNT, they capitalized on one too. They had a penalty on there. They got tracked down, then saw the space and just didn't get set in time. So SNU's had the ball in most of the half too, but just can't get that support or that tackle down, and get that ruck over to get that ball out to those backs. Let's see what UNT decides to do. Maybe their penalty. So I believe they might go for another line out, or they might elect to do a scrum just to maybe get a little bit more space going. Because they didn't get that last line out, especially if kicking into that wind, it's going to hang up in the air. So the safer option is maybe do a scrum down, get it to a 10, and the 10 kind of boot it out for space. And not even really for a line out, just to get out of pressure. So Sir didn't like what she saw, so you're going to reset that. Maybe someone was a little bit too low or didn't have that engagement that she was wanting.
She seems like a pretty good ref, seeing her run up and down the field.
She is athletic. She's solid. She's so knowledgeable of the game, especially playing at those professional levels too. So she's been around. She definitely knows what she's doing. It's going to be a big push from that UNT squad. The ball's going to kind of rotate out. Maybe the SNU maybe be a little bit messiness. UNT does win that right there. Big low tackle on that for Thomas to get a shoulder on them too. He's going to like to go quick on that, and they see an edge right there. A little bit of messiness going, but it went backwards. So it says play is on. UNT player right there to contain that ruck right there. Good low shoulder out there for the SNU squad to keep the pressure on for UNT. Sir's going to see something about maybe going in from the side or not rolling away. Offsides possibly too, so UNT's going to go for a line out. Still have a score of SNU 12, UNT 7. For those who just joined us, it is homecoming, so definitely some come out and catch the second half if you're not already on your way. And I believe the home SNU football is at home as well, so there's a homecoming ceremony there. We have Bailey Gilliland as our representation for the SNU squad, women's team. She's in the homecoming committee, so she might be able to be crowned. We'll see.
A lot of festivities here at SNU, guys. You got a lot going on.
Senior night, that all these sports are kind of dialing down too. Messy ball for the UNT squad, but they're going to win it. Maybe I'd like to get some space for a kick, and they do. It's going to be a good kick right there. The ball's going to slip inside in the air, contained out by Jose. Jose sees some space, puts his shoulder down. Break with that SNU squad. Going to see what we do right there. Maybe get it a little bit more slow. Come on, out there to Angus. Angus is going to tip ball. Out to Thomas. Thomas right there. You can see the space. He's in space with Creed right there. Strong legs by Creed. Again, stopped by that UNT squad. Gonna be a little bit of back and forth. Knock on right there for that SNU squad. And she's going to call that for the half right there. I was right on the money for my time, too. So I wasn't even paying attention to that, but I got that half going. Half times typically aren't too long, too, so depending on if they need a breather or not, we might be back in 10, might be back in 5, so we'll see.
Hey, they take a halftime. We're going to take a halftime, too. You watching SNU Rugby on Oklahoma Sports Network.
Thank you.
College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success. College is more than just going to class. College is a journey. It's meeting new people and making new friendships that will last a lifetime. It's learning from professors who care about you and your success. And finding out it can be really fun and rewarding. It's discovering that thing you want to do for the rest of your life. Cameron University is all about helping you grow and succeed. Because your success is our success.
We are back from a quick commercial break or long commercial break, and now we're back to action. We have SNU with 12 and University of North Texas with 7. Been pretty been a pretty good back-to-back game, kind of like a close scoring game, not too far scoring like most games we've seen previously, where the score is outrageous at break time. So this time it's like everything's closer in scores and.
This UNT squad, I mean, SNU's had the ball most of the half, but, I mean, the UNT squad has just been putting most of the pressure onto SNU, not creating those gaps, not creating those holes. And, yeah, so, I mean, SNU, let's see if they can turn this around, maybe come with the win. So it's going to be a little bit more of a further ball now. Deep kick from that UNT squad. Controlled up by Sam. Sam right there is going to put his shoulder on right there. Has some support. So
one score from University of North Texas can put this game in tie mode, and one score for SU can possibly put this game away.
Kick away from space right there from the SNU squad. The UNT player is going to maybe see about kicking it away. Good pressure out right there. Ian's going to put his shoulder. The UNT player is going to slip out there, but start my watch again right there now that we have the game going. Box kick out right there from the UNT squad right there. Caught in by Pito. Pito's going to see some space right there. Going to try to make a step, but the UNT player's going to get some space. Good clear out right there from the SNU squad. Ooh, that right there is going to be a penalty for the UNT players. That's going to be diving over right there. A little bit of mouthing, so. Going to be kicked away. It's going to be still in right there. Try to get some space, maybe on the edge for a line out, but UNT players are going to contain it right there. Good pressure right there from the SNU squad. Wind's picking back up here for that half. Kicked away by that UNT team right there, maybe for some space. Going to get a bounce right there. It's going to be scooped up and caught right there, clearing out by that SNU squad. But that UNT player is going to get it on the edge right there. Sees that edge. Good tackle right there for the Jose. Controlled right there from the UNT squad. UNT's going to try to maybe see the edge right there, but can it get it off? Stolen back out right there. Oh, never mind. I thought they got it. UNT's going to maybe try to play a little bit of quick ball going right there, see if they can't get something to happen. SNU players are going to put those pressure on them right there for that. Ooh, that could be obstruction. The sir is going to call that. You can't block in rugby, so if you ran behind your own player, that's obstruction. That would be a penalty there to SNU. Good pressure right there for that squad. Good track down there for SNU. Keep that ball in play. He's going to have to get that ball out too so that UNT squad can't get it. Elijah got some space right there. Ooh, the serve's going to maybe call that for that high tackle. She is, so. The sir is going to elect to do a yellow card for that UNT player for that high tackle. That UNT player is going to have to step off in the sin bin for a couple of minutes.
So is there such thing as a red card?
There is a red card, and then a yellow card. They are off for, I believe, 5 minutes or 10 minutes, depending. They will be able to come back on. If it's a red card, the UNT will have to play down. Well, they still have to play down a man, but if it's a red card, they'll have to play down a man the rest of the game.
Oh,
so,
man.
gonna look to get some space, and does get that right there. Good kick for Thomas. SNU's line out right there just outside the 22. Just slipped through the hands of the SNU players right there for that line out, scooped up from UNT squad. I don't think there's going to be a knock on since it was straight down right there. Pressure on for SNU. Ball slips out, got that right there, scooped up by Elijah. Elijah's going to see some space right there. Get the step right there. Yogurt on some people right there. Gets some nice driving legs. Sees that right there, has just a little bit of time. Dane's going to try to get that ball out to the forwards right there. Sees it to Jordan. Jordan's going to drive right up the middle right there. Gets the support. Let's see what this SNU squad can do right there whenever they're inching away from a score. It's going to be a pick and go right up at the forwards right there. Right there, the corner, and then dives up in that middle. Try for SNU right in the middle. We got Camacho Lewis. Scooped it up for the SNU try. In the middle, that gives up try for 5. Great driving legs right there to just put the pressure on the UNT squad to make them, have a messy ball. Good scoop up from Elijah to drive that space. Nice decision making. They didn't want to do anything crazy or try to get that ball out. They just did a nice pick and go, played a small game, and then got a try right there too. So it's going to extend that lead for the SNU squad. Waiting the kick. 17. Kick is good up there for that. Makes that SNU 19, UNT 7. I think maybe the coaches right there for the SNU squad saying, "Calm down, the wind is going, the ground is slick. Don't try anything crazy." It's gonna be a messy game right there. Yeah. So especially a lot of the slipping and sliding that's gonna happen. Just keep the ball, keep possession of the ball, and don't try to pass it out. Don't try to do these tips and pulls. Just go into contact. Have a support player too, because that's been a changer for these for the SNU squad. Is they didn't have that support to contain that ruck, and that's where a lot of those penalties are coming from that squad too. UNT right there. They're going to get a kickoff right there. Going to go a little bit of deep. Can try and up Camacho, the try scorer. He's going to see some space. Going to bounce off one UNT player right there. Going to a little bit high. Gets the space right there. Slips right there. Going to get to his feet again. There's going to say play on right there. Going to get some ball out to the edge. A little bit of a floater out there. Another pass out. One of the backs. It's going to be leave forward pass. He's going to call for that one right there. Just caught it a little bit more backwards. That player was slightly in front. I'm shivering a little bit. The wind blowing. Going to be slightly in front of them, so it's going to be, I believe, UNT scrum down. So it's like a knock-on. So if you fumble the ball forward, if you pass it forward too as well, it's going to be a scrum down to the other team. So for those watching on that UNT squad, we appreciate you joining the Oklahoma Sports Network from Texas. I'm glad to have you able to watch this game as well here in beautiful Bethany, Oklahoma, on our home pitch. And any players that have traveled from Texas, we appreciate you coming out here and, coming to watch the game and fill up the stands. It's going to be UNT's scrum down. Big push right there from that UNT squad. Scrum down. It's going to get it off right there. Going to be able to pull ball. One man to beat on the edge right there. It's going to get a feed off right there. Good track down for the SNU squad. Good support right there. Going to get a quick ball out. Didn't have that ruck. Gonna get it cut back in. Good tackle to get that UNT player contained. Good pressure on there. A little bit of a high, messy ball. Going to get a step on that. Going to get a track down right there for the good tackles right there. But UNT is getting some space out on the edge. It's going to be another little messy ball for that UNT squad. Might call an obstruction call again because that player went behind that. I'm going to talk to the sir, maybe just get a confirmation on that right there. So it's going to be, maybe there was something else I can knock on that might be a deterrent from that. The side touches judge this time are certified too as well, so they are able to make some calls that maybe the sir didn't see. Now if they weren't certified, they might go over there and they might ask them a question, but since these touch judges are certified in refereeing, then they are able to allow calls and stuff like that too. So let's see what the sir is going to say. I believe it might be, he's going to go and say, you don't throw that ball away. We're going to do something else. We're going to go for a penalty, I believe, to the UNT squad for maybe, a high tackle or an improper ruck. UNT's going to play a short game. Get it to one of those forwards, a big man. Get a low shoulder. Good tackle right there for the SNU squad to get him all the way through. Look at that. Oh, they're going to be a penalty on that. A little bit of back and forth for that squad. A little bit of a card action, I think that's going to be coming to that SNU player. It is for that. We do. Tavion's going to go off for that yellow card, so. It was a pretty big tackle, however, they picked him up in the air and they had the hips go above the shoulders, so that's going to be a penalty to that SNU squad. That's going to be that cause for that yellow card. So Tavion right there is going to go to the sin bin. I think we have about a couple more minutes for the UNT's yellow card to come back on, so it's going to be evened out. The UNT squad is still playing the man down. Now SNU is going to be playing the man down for the time being. Penalty to UNT for that. Dump tackles with the call it. Good pressure right there for that SNU squad. SNU is going to see that. It's going to see a space in there. Just going a little bit too fast. Get a tip ball out. SNU is going to put a shoulder right there. UT is going to see that space. They have a man out right there. SNU is going to put the pressure on. Slow ball for that right there. Ooh, just slipped into that tackle. Go a little bit more slower. Fumble forward right there for the UNT squad. Back into the SNU's hands. Big break for that SNU squad off of that penalty too as well. Sam out right there. It's going to be a little bit of messy ball action again, but they're going to call, I believe, the knock on right there. So it's going to be a SNU scrum down. A lot of, a little bit of, what was it, like nerves coming right there, especially if that ball is going to be messy and you got a high intensity game. Tensions are high. Still pretty close despite the try for the SNU. UNT has been putting the pressure on. I mean, they have a shoulder on them too, so they're not going to go down without a fight. I'm going to call the knock on for UNT, so it's going to be SNU scrum down just outside, I believe, the 22 again. We got Miss Filer here. Doing all right. She is a staff at SNU. She's my advisor to my academic advisor, so it's good to see her out here supporting the SNU squad. Going to be won by that SNU, picked up right there for Elijah. Elijah sees some space right there. He's got a man to beat. Going to get stay on his feet right there. Cut in on that just to keep that ball in play. Good run from Elijah to get some space for that SNU squad. We got our 9, I believe, in. He's going to pop that ball out to Jordan. Jordan's going to get a pull ball out to Thomas. Thomas is going to see the edge. Maybe we can get another break on that. Going to be right in that edge right there, too, right outside the try. Going to put some pressure on. We got Weston right there. Going to kick out for that, and it's going to be heads. We're going to go for a line out right there for the SNU. Good decision right there for Thomas, maybe just to get a little bit more of the pressure off, get a reset, contain our breath again, but in our territory. Hasn't really been in this territory in a couple of minutes, so we're going to wait for the line out to SNU. We got wind's picking up right there, so this should be a pretty fun line out.
It's like the wind getting heavier and heavier.
Yeah, it really is. You know, I'm shivering right now.
I think the way that University of North Texas is kicking, they're kicking away from the wind. But now with the wind being so heavy, it's going to be pretty tough now.
Yeah, so I think, you know, another beautiful lineup right for the SNU squad, won by Sam. That's going to be another one for the win. A little bit of fake out right there for Camacho. Camacho is going to put his shoulder down, break a couple of tackles right there. Has the support that he needs to get that ball out. Dayton's going to go a little bit more quick right there. Going to be another little man right there. A little bit chip kick. Popped back out. Messy ball back outside the back end of the scrum. It's still in there. Oh, lucky break right there for the UNT squad. Good decision right there. Dayton Bradford trying to do a little bit of a trickery going, but it's going to be still in SNU's favor. It's going to be a 5-meter scrum for SNU. I feel like Dayton, if he had another little step on it, and if the ball was a little bit higher, that would have worked out. But still a smart decision, you know. If you have the confidence to do it, and Dayton Bradford does, he's going to do it. And I was thinking about the other day, too, whenever we were at the bowl game. He had the try of the bowl game, too. He had a beautiful kick, chip, and chase, and it bounced right into his hand, and they kept replaying it. And he got reposted and recognized all over National Collegiate Rugby. A little bit of viral, you know, for Dayton Bradford. Dayton Bradford, also a UConn F5 player, played under Coach G and Coach Morgan right there for the UConn squad. I played alongside with him too. Been a player, an impact player. Has played at college or OBU before the team shut down. It's going to be another pick and go right there for Elijah. Elijah got the edge right there. He's going to see the edge and drop down for a try. Smart decision right there for Elijah. That is another one for the SNU squad. A little bit of misdirection right there for the 9 right there to travel over and create that space. Elijah's smart decision to see that right there, pick it up, and his impact right there has been tremendous. Winning those scrums, that's been the difference too in these games. And SNU scrums been dominant this time in line out, so good setup right there for Dayton, getting that space, and good pick and go and try right there for Elijah.
Like SCU starting to slowly put this game away.
Yep. We got, I think UNT's got a couple more seconds on that sin bid. I think they're coming back in. So.
And it's referee's talking about. Did she play at SCU or is it?
The referee.
Yeah.
Oh, she did not play at SNU.
Okay.
I'm not sure which college she played up. I think it might have been, if I'm not mistaken, Life or Lindenwood, but I could be wrong.
Okay.
But she still has been playing professional. She played out in Bigsby. Bigsby, Oklahoma. So Thomas right here for the corner kick. Oh, just misses it to the left. Good kick with that in the wind, though. Just missed outside of that. So that would put SNU 24, right? Is that what you have, too, as well?
Yep.
24?
7.
Yep. Another impact player I think right now for today is going to be Sam. He's doing a lot of internal work that goes, unnoticed, especially just winning these lineouts too with the win. Defensively and offensively, Sam right now I think is going to be that impact player. And then another one too, just getting that ball out and seeing the edges, seeing the spaces, and creating spaces for that. It's going to be Dayton Bradford. Nice, smooth balls out to the 10 too, especially with this wind. It's super hard as a 9 to pass it off the ground and have those accurate passes too. So decision making is going to be definitely for him is going to be a great game. Great way to come out and put in his last effort as a senior too as well. So it's going to be UNT kick, SNU, coming off the try from Elijah. Beautiful decision off that scrum, winning it and getting it to the edge. Dots it down for that try. Wind's picking up quite a bit right here in Bethany, Oklahoma. It's Oklahoma weather. You never know what it's going to be. Another little high kick, one by Sam right there. Sam's going to see some players right there. Just going to get it down and try to just contain that ball. See if SNU can't get anything going. Yep, we got a not releasing right there. Tough break for SNU. Good break for UNT. They're going to maybe go quick or try to get a line out going. I think they're going to look to go quick, maybe to those forwards and see if they can't punch another hole through that. Big stop right here for that SNU squad. It's going to be a little bit of a wide ball action going right there. Good shoulder right there to stop that player for SNU. He's going to play a little short game going back to the short side of the field. Fumbled down right there. Good pressure to have that UNT squad make that mistake. Here we got a knock on. It's going to be SNU scrum. So how many? This is your fifth time this year? Fourth time coming out from?
I want to say second time. I know usually we had President Eric guy, the older gentleman.
Yeah.
Came and did some games, and then it's kind of like he'll get in touch with you. Kind of know. I think we had a lot of situations with high school football. And
Yeah.
A lot of games kept having weather delays, so a lot of producers and other teams are stuck down in other situations. But right now we're going into high school playoffs, so it
that's right.
makes it kind of a lot busy. But Saturdays is SNU rugby, and so I enjoy doing it. So I was like, I'll come out and do some rugby and learn about it. And it's pretty cool. I like to learn stuff a lot. So
Yeah. Another one by the SNU squad. Tom's going to, again, kick for space. Deep kick right there. Has some pressure on that. Weston's going to put some big boots on there right there. He's going to get low right there for that. Sam's getting a good shoulder on the too for that messy ball. So, like I said, it's going to be messy. People are going to be slipping and sliding right there. Good clear out for that UNT squad. UNT's going to like to kick for some space and put some pressure back off of them right there for the time being. Tom's going to see that too again, a little bit of a chip. It's going to be a kicking game right now. Back and forth, ping pong action out right there. You see a lot of that more in collegiate level and professional levels than you would in high school.
Yeah.
It's just more or less decision making and trying to get that back and forth ball, elude the pressure. You don't want to, even though you have the ball, giving up the ball in space is not the worst option too, especially if you're don't want to make a bad decision, make a bad pass, or can't get set, don't have the support. So you want to kick it away so that way you relieve that pressure.
I was looking at the sideline judge. He got his shorts on and short sleeves. I was like, man, it's freezing. And I see the other one across the field with his jacket on and joggers. It's like, how's you doing it? It's cold. He's a vet right here too. So he's been playing in this. Another one right there. Good. Like I said, Sam right there to win these lineouts in this win is going to be the difference in this game too. A little bit of messiness going, so contained up too. Not a bad job right there. Out to Jose out to Weston right there. Got an edge right there. One man to beat. Slips out of one tackle. He's going to go into that right there. Good job from Weston just to contain that so we can get some support on that right there. And a little tip ball action back into Elijah right there. We're going to play a little bit more slower game, I believe. Let's see. He's going to get it out to the edge. Thomas going to kick it away. Beautiful kick right there. Dots it up. We got some track down. Sam, I believe, on that edge right there for the SNU squad. Going to put some pressure on them right there. Liam's going to
go over them. This could be an obstruction call, I believe. Back to SNU for that penalty. No, we got a offsides penalty right there too for that SNU squad too. So, but after coming out too, do you think your knowledge on the game has grown a little bit more? Do you think if someone asked you about something, you'd be able to answer it?
Yeah. Like especially keep up with the score. Just knowing like when they score. What to put, first I used to put 6, and used to put 7 because it's football, but now it's like, now I know it's 5 for a try.
5 for a try.
And then for the field goal, it'd be 2, and so that puts, so a lot of things is clicking now once you kind of can see what's going on, and you get the understanding of where they have to score to be considered a score.
Yep. We got some impact players coming in right there. We got Kyle coming on right now, making a big impact. I believe we also have Caden Perks coming in off of that too as well.
It's pretty cool. You see the ref. She's from Bisbee, Oklahoma. Bisbee, Oklahoma is known for having some good athletes and academics.
And especially in rugby too as well. Another one. That one just slipped through the Sam's hand. Unfortunate on that. So that ball I'm looking at the SNU players right now up close, and they just look like they got some mud all over them too. So. But yeah, Bixby, Oklahoma, and I mean even their rugby squad too. They've always been UConn F5 was like rival, and they were my rival, and they're still the rival too. I think they are the defending champions of the high school rugby too as well. So they got some athletes too. So and she's an athlete, and even some of the professional level ones too have been like very athletic on that end. A little bit of miscommunication on that. Oh, just messy ball right there, too. Scooped up by that UNT player. That ball is all over the place because of the mud. Super lucky break right there for SNU. Weston right there is going to get tackled down. He's going to kind of get to his feet right there. He has the support for that he needs. Camacho's going to see some space right there. Ball's just popping up everywhere. Sir's going to see that and then call a knock on him for the forward. That was a big break right there for that SNU squad. We have a UNT player down, I think just from that ball being super messy, bodies flying everywhere, so we got some more impact players coming on for that SNU squad.
To the viewers out there, I know I keep talking about the ref a lot, but it's pretty cool. I see a lot of fans here who's kind of like calling her name and like taking pictures, and I was like, she must be a big deal.
She is a pretty big deal. Like I said, coming off from being, she is a professional 15-7 player, and then made a huge impact there too. I've seen her being reposted on like even just rugby, like in general, all over Instagram. Has made some pretty good plays too, and has made an impact in rugby, like Oklahoma overall too. So just having her support and having her knowledge here on the pitch is awesome to see. So.
Oh, so it's a scrum. See,
we got a scrum down.
See, there we go.
So we got that advantage going, but it's gonna go back to that scrum down. Won by UNT. Big push right there to win that out. Actually, no. Elijah got that one back. Big break right there. Elijah's going to see his space. One man to beat right there. Just slips on that mud, man. It's been a difference in the game and getting people out there. Going to go quick right there out the ball. Kyle's going to drive some legs right there. Big push for that SNU squad to get them down and get them rucked over. Good clear out. Dane's going to get a little grubber kick going right there to that edge. See if the ball's going to be a little bit more slippery. Going to put a little bit of pressure on him. Just slips on top of the grass. Another big shoulder right there for that SNU squad. UNT player sees some space. Space got to the edge. Oh, man, that UNT player's scooped up right there for Jose. Jose sees some people out there to the edge, too, as well. That ball is all over the place through this mud, and it's just been messier and messier as the game progressed. I can see the field. It is starting to get a lot more choppier.
Oh, yeah.
Very high intentions right now on this game right here, too.
Take care of this field.
Coach G right here, and some of the players. Because this is Coach G's pride and joy right here for the squad, especially. I mean, just making a beautiful pitch, and to see what it was before this, it was a practice football field, and grass was gray and awful. But Coach G is taking care of it, and we really appreciate SNU University, Southern Arizona University, for just giving us the facility and giving us the means of building such a beautiful pitch here in Oklahoma too. So
Hey, someone need to check on Coach, because with all this grass coming up, I don't want to fall faint over there.
yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah, you can tell this feels pretty nice. Like, I think when I came last season, it was kind of like getting there, but now
Yeah.
when I came this season, and seeing how the white lines down the markings looks like a nice
and
smooth crisp.
he comes out and he does all the paint. He comes out, he does all the ropes, and
Yeah, even the
he's-
tent. Yeah, even
even
having
the
the
tent,
tent.
yeah,
Yeah,
even
it's
the
like
tent.
a lot.
yeah, just to have a practice field too on top of that, because that was a practice field. We still got about 10 minutes left in the half too, so.
So
yeah.
you guys practice here as well? Or,
We practice over on that side mostly too. We try to
Okay.
keep this field as nice as we can.
Yeah.
But we also have some of the high school tournaments here too as
Mm.
well. So they're able to use our field, and good containment right there from Jose right there to get that ball into that. See some edge right there. Another little kick out just back into the UNT player's hand. Gets a shoulder on him right there from Weston. It's going to be a messy ball right there. To that ball's going to be cleared out. Dayton Bradford puts a shoulder on him for getting that ball right there. Stepped out right there for that SNU squad. Good pressure right there for that SNU squad to keep the ball back into their hands. So we have, I believe, Jacob Robinson subbing in for the 10 right there. Dayton Bradford still staying out to 9, or unless they switched. That's what we got right there. So.
Yeah, just being up close now you can see how soaking these
Yeah.
guys are.
And it just it plays a big effect on the boots. Rugby, just a little term. The cleats are boots. So good win right there for that SNU squad. Back out to 10. Elijah's got that right there. But yeah, you can just see the boots right there. They do play an impact of it because they got that mud and it gets heavier and heavier too. So that ball is all over the place. Good way to scoop it back up for that SNU squad. I believe that is going to be Caden Perks for that right there. We have a whistle going right there. It's going to be offsides right there for that UNT squad. SNU is going to play a little bit of a trickery and try to maybe go quick, but he's going to give it back out right there to Cruz. Cruz, an impact player, also coming in from overseas. Nice deep kick right there for Cruz. Gets that line out, beautifully kicked. We have just about 10 minutes left. I started my time, so it's going to be SNU's line out just right outside the 5. Let's see what they can do, if they can put this one away right here with this line out. We still have the score right out at 25, right, to 7?
Yep.
Is that right?
I got 24 to 7, but let me.
I think it might be. Yeah, I could have been wrong. It might be 24. I think he missed that other one.
The last.
It is 24. It would be 24.
Yeah,
so
last one. Yeah, he missed it.
Okay.
Yeah, he missed it. Yeah.
Another good win right there from Sam. They're going to go a little bit of a maul inside to that right there. Going to get a try from the slim down or the line out right there. Who is that? That is Kyle. We got Kyle right there for the try. Beautifully won for that SNU squad. Great containment to win that from Sam, and Kyle gets it down to get that try for the SNU squad. Awaiting the kick. I believe Cruz is going to kick this one for us. Got the wind, so it's going to be an easier kick. Still not the easiest because of the corner, but this is where he kicks from whenever he's warming up. This is where he kicks from practice, and I've seen him make this shot 9 out of 10 times too. So let's see if he can't put one away right here too. He just got underneath it right there, slipped up on that, so it's a tough kick, kicking with that, man. You make your plant foot out. If you slip a little bit more forward, you're going to kick that ground, so That was his first kick, so I don't think he really did much warm-ups on top of that. But that was still a beautiful try right there for the SNU squad to win that going to a maul. That's what that is called. Whenever you go from the line out, you pile up, and you just – that's the only way you can technically block in rugby is if you're all bound together. It's like a scrum down but live during the play. So it's called a maul, and you can drive it as far as you want. And they drove it right into that try, put the pressure on, and let's see if that's a hammer home right there for the SNU squad. It's going to be kicked out right there, too. Sam's going to catch it in the air but go out. It's kind of a little bit of a goof right there. So it will be UNT's line out. I think Sam saw the line, so. Pretty physical game. I mean, nonetheless, this was probably the more physical game we have, and that UNT squad, putting some shoulder down, putting some pressure, but it's been in SNU's favor just to get those balls out right there, not down the tunnel again right there for that SNU squad. So it's going to be either a scrum down or a line out do for them. It's going to like to do a scrum down. We have some impact players right there coming in off of the bench. I forgot to mention them. We have Kyle Manhart, who's a try scorer, coming and making that impact, like he said. And then we have Caden Perks right there, Cruz, and then we have Josh right there too. He came in not too long ago too. Westland came in earlier in the half too, made the impact, but we have some other changes that we had right before that try too. So it's good to see these younger players, these freshmen coming in and getting these experience and still making the impact too. And even though they're still freshmen, they come in and they know what they're doing. So Elijah right there for the pick out just to maybe get some space for the SNU squad. Messy ball right there for the SNU, just slipped through that hands of that. UNT's got a break right there, sees it. It's a good break right there from Jose Pito. We just get that ball contained. Sorry, I'm shivering right there. I'm getting a little cold.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's wind and cold is picking up.
Yeah.
I thought with the sun coming out it's going to get warmer, but I guess not.
Yeah. Little box kick out action right there from Dayton right there. Just got lucky with that by Sam being
good
there.
balance.
Getting some moves on then right there to get some more space. He's going to get it out right there again. Slipped forward on there. He's going to call the knock-on advantage, or knock-on. Or offsides right there. Big break for the SNU squad. So we're coming into the last couple of minutes in this match. They're going to slow down. Maybe just try to contain the ball, not try to make anything crazy happen to. Heads. Good kick right there for that SNU squad to get that ball out into some pretty good space, alleviate pressure. We got Kyle coming in right there. Throw. Well, Angus is for the put, actually. Kyle's going to be our front lift. Josh is going to be in the air right there. Beautifully won. Oh, great containment right there. The sir might call knock down the tunnel. I think it was just slightly to the left, but they're going to go for a scrum down UNT. He's going to talk to him a little bit. He's teetering. You can't go into that tunnel, too. You still have to fight for it in the air. You can't collapse that tunnel in and UNT's scrum down right there. It's been back and forth on who wins the scrum too. Both UNT and SNU has won quite a bit and lost quite a bit defensively. So quick ball in right there. It's going to be popped out right there for the SNU. She's going to call the whistle, I believe. Yeah, straight through the tunnel, not feeding. So if it comes in and then pops out to the tunnel where the scrum half feeds it through, it's called out the tunnel. It just comes into a re-scrum. Even if it comes out through the tunnel on the other side too. It's just kind of like not really too much of a fair advantage too, because if it comes back out the tunnel, the scrum half gets it, it's not like an automatic win. So it just comes into a re-scrum. It has to go at least through the props foot
Okay.
on top of that too. The prop's going to be the one that's going to be holding up that whole scrum. So it has to go at least through one of their foots right there. Just like that. But it's going to be a good push right there for the SNU squad. Yeah. Not supporting that right there. Great push for SNU. It's going to be, I believe, a short arm penalty. We got an injury right here for that UNT player. Maybe he's got a little bit of, you got all those bodies falling on top of you, man.
Yeah.
I've been in one scrum down my whole entire life, and it collapsed and never again. So, not built for a scrum down. So if that's the case, I think she might call a short arm penalty to the SNU squad.
So typically when they get penalties, that's when they stop the clock.
No, even with the penalty, depending on if they want to, but it's mostly if there's like an injury. So injury, they stop the clock. Penalties, no, it's still going on, still playing through. So I think Cruz, they're just gonna maybe play a slow game out. Maybe Cruz might hit it out to the corner. So. All right, he's going to look to tap it and kick it out right there, and that might end it right there, folks. Yes, it does. Your Crimson Storm SNU squad taking the win against UNT for a brutal matchup. Great homecoming right there to end it out for the season. So Impact players coming in, making a difference. Beautiful day right there for Sam. We got some great love right there from Tabita. See him coming right there. So. Alrighty, well that will conclude the match here at Bethany, Oklahoma. SNU taking the win, 24-7 after a great matchup.
Oh yeah. We had fun with you, Trey. You did good calling this game, man. A lot of
had
viewers
fun doing
enjoyed
it.
listening to you.
Yeah.
And Oklahoma Sports Network, we got high school. We got no, that's the end of the game, huh? That's the last game.
That's the last game of the
man, yeah,
season.
that's the
Unless
last
there might be
season.
a bowl game, we might get
Yeah.
invited. We'll have to just kind of wait and see it out. But the girls team, they will have playoffs too, so be on the lookout for that, and be on the lookout for watching them play for that spot in the championship, the 15s National Collegiate Rugby. But we appreciate you coming here
Okay.
and joining us in the Oklahoma Sports Network, and I appreciate you having me here too as well. So
Well, thank you, Drew. Thank you for being here. Thank you.
yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
Go Oklahoma Sports Nerd. That's the last game of the season, so we'll see you next season. But you can catch some high school playoff action starting next Friday live here on Oklahoma Sports Network. You're watching SNU Rugby on Oklahoma Sports Network.
All right.